Okay.
Alright.
Is that okay? Okay, that's it.
I'll add the 10.
Okay. I just wanted to give him a gift. God damn it. Okay.
Feels bad, man. Nah, you missed him.
Fuck.
Out there.
All right.
What?
He's on
To the
vacation.
kobold guy.
Yes, yes, the kobold died. He's dead now.
I said
No!
guy. I said guy, not die.
Fucking everyone around Priscilla dies. It's like, let me go commit seppuku real quick.
I'm gonna
No.
go commit Sudoku.
That's a
Anyway,
dark image.
I have a question for Olivine. Or Azu.
Yeah.
Did you tell Abenamran what your organ's leader told you and I about my rapier?
Yeah, I would have referred. Olivine would have relayed it to him because he was curious about it.
I don't recall if I heard it on a character.
okay. Well, now you know.
Basically, it came from the Simic Combine.
Okay.
The rapier.
Essentially, there seems something unusual about it, but can't tell at a glance what that is. But other than that, it's from, that place. Faction thing.
Well, in that case, gonna just wait at the suite for Varys to get back to see about using Identify on the thing.
All right. So you all eventually, after spending some time, about and whatnot, you eventually all meet back up at the inn. Varys, you are obviously approached by Abenamran.
And I asked about casting Identify on that point. It seems a bit weird.
As you sit there, do you go to hand it to him, or no? I mean, you don't really have any. All right.
How exactly would he have put it?
I worded it. I don't know how else I would put it, honestly.
It seems a little weird. You want me to see what that thing's about? I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
No.
So, as you take the sword and you remove it from your belt and you go to hand it to him, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, Varys?
Oh, that's always fun.
What?
Natural 17. Neat.
As you sit there and as you go to hand it to him, you hear in a vaguely familiar female voice, "Don't."
I immediately pull back.
That's all you hear. And then it's silent.
Something the matter?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, I don't know what else to do then.
Hey, you all head to bed.
Well, he kind of looked about to give it to you, and it's like, no, maybe I won't. And it's just like, that alone confirms there's something with that sword.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, yes it does, but I don't know what else to do.
It was more of I was about to hand it to him and then quickly pulled it away. I was like, I don't think so.
Exactly. Which is strange. It doesn't seem to make sense.
Insight check. Except I'm not there.
Come on.
Wait, weren't we? Wasn't this when we all were here or some shit?
Yeah, no,
No.
this probably would have been as you were all kind of getting back.
So we're
Anyone
got
who
it.
wants to roll anyone who wants to roll insight is welcome to.
Okay.
I'm not gonna force you though.
Okay, so we're all here.
Yeah.
We're all here. And
Olivine would have watched that exchange.
Do I need to roll anything?
Here.
No.
oh wait.
You don't have reliable talent yet, do you?
This is a plus
Oh.
8, by the way. Plus
Not
8
for a
because
long time.
expertise.
19. I miss
Now, how's
having.
it at 19?
Because I have expertise from Rogue.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mark that. Boing. What else did you take expertise in?
Stealth.
Oh, wait a minute.
No.
That's
Sorry.
actually a
Here's the fucking rogue shenanigans. I rolled a 3, but it's actually 749.
There you go.
trying to
Okay.
remember what that thing's called.
Expertise.
No,
No, because it's already taking expertise into account.
no,
Eye for the tail.
I think that's it.
Yep, eye
No,
for the
ear
seat.
for the seat. That's what I'm
Yes,
thinking.
ear for the seat.
There we go.
Oh, you're not checking to see if he's lying, so that doesn't apply. Like, he's, like, unless you're trying to see if he's lying, I mean, if that's all you're trying to see, but that only applies to see if you're, it's only whenever you make
Alright, never mind.
Okay. But Priscilla
I forgot that
and,
it's that.
Yeah, you're good. Priscilla and Hyde. You can tell that as you, all you can realistically tell is as he was going to hand the sword to Abenamrin, something made him, something kind of spooked him. I wouldn't necessarily say spooked, but for lack of a better term, something spooked him. Like he looked like he was going to give it to him. He looked like he was going to, and then like he heard or got some sort of feeling or something that you could neither see nor hear, and like you could see his face just kind of like get this oh shit look on it, and he like pulled it back.
Olivine's gonna, kind of walk over there, kind of look over at him. Something wrong? You seem really hesitant.
Wasn't natural. Are you hiding something, Varys?
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Would I know where I remember this voice from?
It is only vaguely familiar because it doesn't sound like, it sounds kind of distorted. So you're not like super sure, but it does sound vaguely familiar.
Something tells me not to let him identify it.
Olivine was kind of just fold her arms and tilt her head and give you an odd look because that's actually, hold on, can I roll history or arcana in regards to weapons telling you not to do things? Because that's generally a bad
Sure.
sign.
Sure, you can.
Do that too.
Yeah, sure. Anyone wants to roll?
And I rolled a 20.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll history then.
Your die are weighed.
Yeah,
You're
your
using-
digital
you're-
dice are way.
You're using loaded die.
You're
face is
using
weighed.
loaded dice.
There.
Your face is weighed.
It is. I'm obese, so.
Your face is loaded.
I mean, it is kind of.
So
Why
that's
does it
20 total
actually
4
sound-
and a 15. His
What's up
arcana,
with
mine
that
history.
roll? What's up with that roll? High.
I just
Wait,
felt like
why
I just
you-
felt like just dispelling the bad luck a little bit by making it worse.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay.
Wait, why was it at disadvantage though?
It
Yeah, I
wasn't.
don't know.
I just roll with it because fun.
Okay, whatever. So, you can tell that, or from what you can recall, you do remember that there are certain weapons, they're very rare, that for one reason or another are sentient. Like I said, they are rare, and they do they vary as much as people would. So,
Is that in regards to Olivine or Abenamron?
Oh, you rolled history.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I rolled history if I remember anything along the lines of, weapons, essentially.
You all right? So, Olivine, with your history roll, you would have heard that there are certain weapons that do, for whatever reason, have sentience. whether it be because they were magically imbued with it, or a spirit took control of it and decided it was a really nice place to live, or when it was made, the amount of magic dumped into it was so great that it just spawned consciousness. Abanamran, you would know that these things do tend to be as widely, like, their personalities and goals and all that sort of stuff tend to vary as much as normal people's would. They do tend to be more powerful items, but but it's difficult to like really get a feel for what they can do without either communicating directly with them or casting some sort of identifying magics on them.
Would relay that. However, it still makes it a bit awkward.
Yeah, Alvine would kind of point to Rapier. I think that there's a sentient weapon based on what you said. But as far as like what its ambitions, goals, or aim is, or how it even got there, is, hard to tell one way or another. Although
Sentient
I
weapon.
advise you to be very careful in regards to what it might persuade you to do, until you at least get a better understanding of who or what it is.
I'm not stupid, and she's extremely familiar to me. I can't figure out where from.
Alvine nod. Well, I trust you know what you're doing then. And they just kind of walk back over, take a seat.
Insight check in that response.
What was that, Rosie?
E.
Insight check.
For what?
The way I responded to what Alvin is saying.
So Alvine has no reason to doubt.
There you go.
Also, I didn't hear it because somebody was talking to me, so if you could repeat, that'd be great.
Repeat what?
I didn't exactly hear because Alvin said something. You said something.
Oh, I
and-
said Olivine has no reason to doubt him, so
No, before that.
she's not gonna do anything.
No, before that, because you said you be very careful. I do believe that Varys responded to that.
Oh, Olivine just kind of warned him to be careful. She just kind of... Varys just replied that he knows.
He
and
knows.
He knows what he's doing.
Okay,
I
but
said
still,
I wasn't stupid, and that she seems familiar, but I can't place her.
okay. So you, so you explicitly told us there's a female voice that you recognize in the thing. Okay.
I doubt she's there to flirt.
Is there
That's-
anything to give the impression that it was the bandit bit, that it's the bandit bitch? That took
Roll
sentience in there.
me history, Varys.
Oh, Varys, never mind.
Yeah, Varys. Because he's the only one who heard the voice, so if you're curious about that, he's the only one who'd be able to answer.
I heard roll that and clicked that before I even heard the rest.
You're good. It didn't sound like her. It didn't have the, like, the voice didn't have the same kind of, like,
Cadence.
yeah, like, it sounded, like, despite the distortion, it didn't sound like her. It sounded more, a bit, from what you could gather, like, in regards to Hirsch, like, the way it sounded, just, in every regard, did not sound like that, the werewolf chick.
It didn't sound anything like the werewolf chick. It didn't sound like Auralia either, right?
No?
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like
This-
Auralia either.
She said that she got that as a gift from Auralia's friend.
No,
I
she,
find it a little strange
she got
that
it directly from
it
Aurelia.
doesn't want you to cast Identify on it. Why would that weapon be hesitant?
Excellent question.
Or was it not wanting to be handed over?
Yeah, true. We don't know that. Never mind. Scratch that.
No what?
Oh, Olivine wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Can I tell if the weapon didn't want to be handed over or if it didn't want to be identified?
Roll insight. You're not 100% sure. Just something about you're not sure if it was her. You're not sure if it was more the act of handing it over or if it was casting the spell on it.
Stupid as it sounds, you mind asking the sword?
Did it sound more like a frantic warning or more like an angry warning?
A little bit more panicked than aggressive.
The warning wasn't aggressive. It was more of a panicked response.
Sounds like that weapon wants to stay close to you.
Would it calm the sword any if I said I could just touch it while you held it for that?
I don't know. How exactly do you go about talking to a sword?
Actually, Olivine's gonna try just that.
What are you
use
gonna do?
silent speech and essentially just speak
I
out
would-
to the sword, and see if it responds.
I would like to cross-examine the parrot.
What the fuck?
Yes, that did indeed happen in case 3 of Ace Attorney.
Essentially, Olivine would just,
It's
kind
four.
of
4,
reach
yes,
out
thank you.
mentally to the rapier and ask, "Is anyone there? Can you hear me?"
Okay. It's silent for a moment. But eventually a voice does come through. Who are you?
Olivine would raise a finger, as if like, kind of a aha. I'm Olivine. Olivine Asmori Claremont. I'm just a agent of an organization. Although I'm concerned in regards to who you might be. Sentient weapons can be concerning. As far as how you got there, who you are, and what it is you want from someone. I'm just checking on you to see if I can maybe find out who you are. And maybe how you got there.
Quiet for a bit. I don't know.
You don't know who you are or how you got there? Or both?
Neither.
I'm gonna insight check that. I don't buy it.
Go for it. Yeah, it's I don't know. She's just being weird.
24.
She sounds like she genuinely does not know who she is or how she got to be where she is.
That's
She's
really
not lying.
unfortunate. Do you know anything? Any memories in regards to anything, why you might be here, or anything intact from where you might have come from? Perhaps a suggestion implanted into you, or directions? Or
Yeah.
do you just simply not know?
Again, a moment of silence. Before. The woman. She said, "Find blood. Don't."
Whoa.
That's all she said.
What did she say? Sorry, I only caught like.
Find
She
blood.
said, the woman, she said, find blood.
Find blood and then don't, or
Oh, no, just ignore that bit.
okay. Olivine would then essentially be like, "All right, thank you, and sorry for disturbing you." Olivine would look between Varys and Abenemron. It doesn't know who it is or how it got there, or why it might be there. However, it seems to have been given one direction by a woman, and that is to find blood.
When you say find blood, Hyde immediately searches through her bag to get the G book to look and see if there's any
Okay.
change.
Let me...
Hey,
Olivine shrugs. It seems harmless enough.
Harmless.
There's...
and then scribbles.
There's nothing new.
Okay, nothing new. Okay, and then
She obviously
scribbles.
wants to stick with you, so perhaps maybe.
Varys decides to enact one of his. Let's see.
Blood curses.
Yeah.
So you're gonna cut yourself with it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking emo.
Here we go.
Go full emo on us, bitch. Okay,
Remember, lay sideways for attention, lengthwise for more serious stuff.
yeah. Down the street, not across the road.
Thank you for that joke, old school. Back when Family Guy was good. Way back.
So, I need you to roll me. Let me see. Where is it? Is that no? Okay. Okay. I need. So you normally take 1d4 for that, right?
Yeah.
Varys, not to make you sound like an emo, but you've cut yourself a fair bit, and you've felt what it's like to be cut by a variety of blades and all that fun stuff. When you cut yourself this time, it almost feels like it goes. Like you know how to cut yourself without like killing yourself or like even really severely injuring yourself, you know? But when you cut yourself this time, it almost feels like it goes deeper than it should. And you feel something almost pull the blood from your body. You take 16 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Oh.
Elves.
You watch
Elves?
you watch the blood go along the blade and like
Nice.
but as you watch the blood go along the blade, it almost like seems to sink in to it.
Uh-huh.
Does that look like any vampiric sort of thing?
Yeah, Olivine.
Vampires
Roll
drink
history.
blood.
Roll history about vampiric weapons.
Yeah. Does it
Yeah,
seem like
no.
a vamp? Does it seem?
That's a dirty one.
Can I roll history?
Narratively
Please?
appropriate.
He is using loaded dice.
All night song.
Why did I fucking tell you?
Can I roll a history as
It's
well?
narratively appropriate.
I mean,
Okay.
the first few times when it happens 700 times in a row, it's kind of
It's
suspicious.
like,
May I roll
Hey,
history as
Hey, what do you mean I'm using illegal dice? It's only a D23.
Anyways, Rosie, what were you gonna say?
May I roll history as well?
You might not know anything about him,
Might
but
not,
I
but
guess. Varys, as you sit there,
Specialist.
as you cut yourself and whatnot, you hear again this. It's clearer, but there's obviously a bit more hostile intent behind it. It just sits there and it says,
And
kind of like, finally. As for Olivine and as for everyone, Olivine and Abenamran's history rolls, you know that there are some sentient weapons that have shown vampiric qualities in the past, but nothing. It's not like vampiric weapons are like a typical kind of weapon. There have been unique examples of vampiric weapons, but they're typically kind of rare, legendary kinds of weapons.
All I know, kind
most
of.
people wouldn't be able to, but things that most people probably would never see.
Alvine kind of put her hand to her chin for a minute, kind of tilts her head, look at it. I've got an idea, Varys. Let's see if we can wake this thing up. And she'll hold out. She'll hold out her arm and wrist. Just don't reach too deep.
What are you two doing?
just looking frantically between Olivine and Varys, just kind of like,
Oh, we really gonna do this?
I feel like this is a bad idea.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
No.
If it's a bit of blood in it, we can probably better guess its intent.
Did you see that? That thing almost sucked Varys' blood circulation dry. If blood gets sucked from a footstool like you'll just collapse in no time.
Alvine just kind of waves her hand dismissively. I'll be fine.
What do you mean you'll be fine? Now! At least let's take turns. If we're doing this.
We aren't gonna use magic shit!
Well,
Varys, that's Olivine.
Okay.
Hang on. Would
As
either
good
of you,
emo party.
would either of you be able to ask it if it's willing to let me identify it if Varys here holds the thing?
We'll
Hold it.
see what it says after this.
Hey, Olivine, you take. Wow.
I don't like the sound of that.
You take 7 points of necrotic damage. As Varys sits there and cuts you, and again, you feel like something's drawing blood from your veins.
Alvine will look at her arm, bit of surprise. Yeah, that's definitely seems to be if it's drawing blood out.
Are you serious?
Alvine will then look to the sword, then ask it. How are you feeling after that?
Much better.
So you have a thirst that you need to quench then. You're more than just sentient. You have substance to you, don't you?
I didn't want to do this, but Hyde would have pulled out her pearl of power, concentrated, got the spell slip back, and cast Healing Word on Varys, because that was a heavy hit.
I wouldn't do heavy if I did.
Oh boy. Okay. So yeah, roll your healing word. The sword sits there and says, it's
Wait, do we have a long rest since
What did it say? I eat?
I need it.
I know, we didn't have a long rest since we fought.
Since the jelly, no.
Okay.
Alvin's gonna reply, why do you need it?
I don't know.
Alvin's then looked to Varys and Ebenemeron again. It seems that it feels that it needs blood for some reason, but it doesn't know why. It's just drawn to the fact that it does. It's very interesting.
That gives the heebie-jeebies to anyone.
Yes, you might ask him at the question they had now. Would it let me identify if Varys continues to hold on to it?
Yeah, Alvin would then ask, if he continues holding on to you, would you allow this other man to identify your vessel? We're curious to get a better idea of who you are, what this sword is. Would that be alright? Perhaps maybe we can get a better idea of who you are. Maybe learn something for you.
Quiet for a moment, says. No. No magic.
Why no magic?
The woman will not like it.
Why would someone else not like it? Are they linked to you or linked to it? How would they notice?
I don't know.
Do we believe that?
Did this woman say who she was?
No. No name. Only... I don't know.
Can I try to persuade it to allow us to do it anyway?
You should also
I
probably...
don't think you need to worry about that woman anymore. You're far from her. I doubt you'd even realize that something were cast on it. Would you please let us try?
Roll persuasion.
I don't suppose I'd be able to help in any way.
Are you proficient?
I'm
Nice.
pretty sure.
Only way you are.
That's
Well,
an
no,
18.
because only Olivine and Varys can speak with her.
Don't you wanna... Don't you wanna test its intent?
If you want to, Varys, you can help Olivine and give her advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Worse than the... Okay.
Hey, it's an 18.
18. No magic.
Very well then. As you wish.
Like,
All
we
right,
should
then
lie?
look to the two again and shrug. Whoever this is, whatever this is, she really, really, really does not want magic cast on this weapon. She says she will notice, which is very concerning because apparently someone else would notice if magic was cast on this weapon. Makes me wonder if there's some sort of divination magic attached to it. I can't detect magic, so I can't tell.
There's only one person that I can think of.
All right, would then look to hide. Are you able to cast detect magic?
Okay,
Wait, if she has no magic, how come I can cast my magic?
It seems to be something different.
Hive then look to her polar power that she's just used.
Okay.
And then scribble.
Scribble.
Dribble wibble!
Yeah.
Alright, can I insight check the voices and why if it seems genuinely afraid or if it might be trying to hide something?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll insight on that.
Ooh.
Varys,
26.
you can roll it as well.
On time restore.
But
Trying to find out if it's acting or not.
it seems you're not sure why it seems so hesitant. Whether it, how do I put this? You're fairly certain that whatever reason she had, whatever might happen if like magic or whatever was cast on it, or like whatnot, would not be under her control. So if anything happened, it wouldn't necessarily, as far as she knows, it would not be her that would be doing anything. So, but she doesn't know. It's very clear that she does not know what will happen, but whatever it is, it wouldn't be good.
She's truthfully
She is
afraid.
She is afraid of what would happen.
And she's
And
truthful.
look to Varys.
It's an
As
excuse.
far as you can tell.
Well, whatever is going on with this sword and the sentience within it, it seems almost terrified what might happen if a spell like that was cast on it. As in something really bad might happen.
And I? And Priscilla asks, like after hearing that, goes, I mean, can I try and channel this? Priscilla raises the kind of like artificial looking hand, like the glove that's kind of half melded into her paw. She channels a radiant lightning bolt, or a lighter version of it, and essentially just shows it to Varys, who's holding the sword.
Hey Varys, can you do me a favor? I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Varys, I need you to make me an attack against yourself.
Why?
What?
I need you to roll an attack against yourself. I don't know if you can in here, but fucking, if not, roll the damage.
How would it work to try?
You have advantage on this attack because it's you. So
What?
that hits. So you take a combined. That'd be. Wait, no, hang on. I gotta re-roll the damage here. There it is.
Roll an attack against
I did-
yourself. You had
just so
advantage.
you
Oh,
know,
it's a natural
I did
20.
cast Crimson Right of the Dawn, which means that I have resistance to necrotic damage.
This bypasses resistance.
Oh
Shit.
god.
Oh, nice.
I need you to make me a Constitution save.
As the attack is happening,
So
can
essentially,
Priscilla
since
attempt to attack Varys to knock the weapon out of his hand?
Alvine is also going for the weapon.
It happens so quick that you're
not to stop
like-
it,
yeah.
but just to
Okay.
get it away from Varys.
You deal 26 points of damage to yourself.
Damn.
So
12 piercing from your own attack and 14 necrotic damage. You watch
fuck.
Varys just like almost in the blink of an eye, you watch Varys sit there and just jam this fucking rapier into his chest.
Yeah, no. No.
Alvine's grabbing that rapier.
No.
Is Varys unconscious?
Oh no, he's got
No.
2 health. he's
No.
He's bleeding to death. But yeah, no, he's got 2 health.
Aye.
He's not looking too good.
What?
Oh, yeah, you pull the sword out.
Get away.
No, I say Alvine would be grabbing this thing, taking it and giving it to Abenamron. Identify this thing now, please.
You can only ritual cast it though because the ancient thing that takes 10 minutes.
Well, I think it's probably worth it at this point because there's something wrong with this weapon.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. Asking y'all to just restrain this thing and restrain me from being able to do anything dreadful with it.
Yeah, Alvine's gonna like hold the rapier down,
Okay.
like across its length, like
and
one
fair.
one hand at the edge and then one hand on the hilt, essentially.
And Priscilla
Olivine
and
is there.
yeah, and Han's gonna look at Priscilla and then gesture to Abenamron. Stop. And then she's gonna move over to Varys and check on his condition.
Yeah.
He's like, you're pretty sure he can't, given like how much blood there is and like the position, you're pretty sure he might have nicked something important.
Ow.
But Olivine and Varys, you hear in your heads, you hear a similar voice to what you've heard before. You hear, blood, yes, give me more.
Alvine's gonna look at Abenamron. This rapier's starting to creep me out.
I'm working on trying to ritual cast this thing.
Abenamron, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh god.
Fuck is this weapon?
This is why it was a part of
Okay. Abenamron?
I haven't rolled yet. I am rolling with advantage.
Okay.
With an inspiration.
Okay. Yeah, good thing. Okay. Abenamron, as you begin to cast Identify, a few minutes go by. Until eventually you hear a minor, what starts out as a minor ringing in your ear that very quickly reaches a almost deafening like screech, and you hear a female voice sit there and scream into your ear. You all watch Abenamron drop. Abenamron, you are at 0 hit points.
Priscilla would have been there, right? Because I told her to watch his condition.
Yep, Priscilla's there.
Yeah, you just
Oh, he's
you
just
hear this,
unconscious.
like you hear. Oh no, he's currently dying. Because you hear, like I said, you hear this very faint like ringing in your ear that grows louder, and eventually you hear what sounds like a female screaming. You all sit there and you all watch as Abenamron's just kind of sitting there and doing this, and you see blood drip from his nose and from his ears.
I'm gonna
And then he just drops.
I'm gonna quickly administer that level 1 potion.
Okay.
Yeah. Priscilla's going to just, as Priscilla's just gonna fucking yank Abenamron away from this sword, like with a freaking like shoulder neck lock, just gonna pull his ass out away from it.
Okay.
6.
All right.
Oh,
What would be
away from the
9.
sword.
It'd be 9
Yes,
because of his comms. All right. She sits there and dumps the potion down your throat, and Abenamron, you're just like, "Ugh."
Okay. We need to get someone more higher up for this.
Whatever this thing is, it's bad news.
Priscilla will attempt to grab this rapier.
Okay.
Grabs the blanket, rolls it or something, because we're in the hotel room or the suite,
Priscilla!
right?
Yeah, you're in the suite.
Wrapped it up with the blanket to keep it from doing it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Priscilla!
Keeping it from doing anything else, not to avoid direct contact with it.
So the rapier is now comfy.
I
The
mean,
rapier-
it's the best option we have to avoid direct contact
And
right
less
now.
and less slashy stabby.
Wish we could get back to Delhi. There were
Random
clerics there.
thought, but okay. Oh, the cleric. Okay. I was gonna say, okay. I mean, yeah, things were a little simpler then, weren't they?
Do we know, do we know if we're allowed to go to the Royal Infirmary or whatever? Infirmary?
Do I know? Would I know anyone in my faction that could help with this blade problem?
Yeah, you know some people that might be able to sit there and like fuck about with it.
I know that rapiers are weak to bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna kick this fucking thing's side.
There
I know
is.
some. I know some in my faction that could help with identifying this thing.
There.
This thing's dangerous.
Varys, I would like you to make me a wisdom check.
The heck is that thing? You started almost like just your entire life was being sucked out of you, Abanemron.
Varys.
It's not a
That-
pleasant experience.
That like shade reappears, standing over the blade. It's a bit more discernible. It's got vague features. Obviously it is feminine. And from what you can like see and kind of read from this individual, they almost seem sad.
Sad because they attacked?
You're not really sure. They just look sad. Like it doesn't exactly like it seems just like it gives off this minor like air of like sad.
Okay, I'm not like, okay, with all of this in mind, sorry,
Am I
did
the
I
only
interrupt
one that
anything?
sees it?
Go on.
You are the only one who sees this.
Yes, I would imagine.
Yep.
So, like this. Here's another resource. I'm just going to just tap the shield and trace her finger over the holy symbol, and I'm going to use her channel divinity to regain a spell slot. Boop. And then she's going to consider.
Can do that?
Yeah,
Yep.
harness divine power.
That is a channel divinity.
Harness
minute.
divine power.
Wait.
Yes.
I thought the only channel divinity you had was Path to the Grave.
I actually have 3. Turn Undead, Harness Divine Power, and Path to the Grave.
Paladins can do it too.
Never fucking heard that.
Because nobody ever uses it.
Yeah, it's normally a bad one.
Why would you not want to get your fucking spell slot back?
Because usually there's better options.
Like a lot of paladin channel divinities are really good. So are cleric ones.
And, let's see.
So what do you plan to do?
One of 2 things. Okay. There's only really one thing that would be purposeful here. So she's going to, detect,
Wait,
cast... Yes?
hang on.
Yeah?
I'm just so for my own sake,
Yeah?
because I personally have never, like, I know about the turn undead thing,
Yeah?
but I've never heard of the channel. What would you call it?
Channel divinity,
Divine
harness
power.
divine power.
Yeah, it's a Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, page 30 thing for the 5e mirror.
Hang on, I gotta touch stuff here.
I posted it in on a well, actually, that's one on my sheet anyway. But I can go to 5e tools.
Yeah, I have the mirror up right now.
And it's cleric.
All right, you are getting a first slot spell back, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. No, that's weird. I do not give a flaming blue.
Right.
I admit I do not know anything about cleric because I fucking hate clerics. So.
All right. So and then I'm gonna cast detect magic and ignore the Christmas tree that is Varys.
All right. If you're ignoring it, then okay, then I won't tell you.
No,
What?
I'll probably glance if I detect anything different.
Yeah. No, you detect something different. That, hang on. Oh, what the fuck was it? Hang on. That enchantment magic that you saw on him before is gone.
It ate it.
But the sword specifically, glows with. What the fuck would that even be? Probably transmutation, right? Because sentient weapons.
It'd be transmutation if it's
Yeah, I feel
sentient.
yeah. So it glows with transmutation, divination, and with evocation.
That divination's concerning.
She's just gone to this kind of look on, very concerned, and then write the following.
All of mine was just
Do that to me. Hi.
No, I was just looking. I would be showing that to everybody around. I imagine. I don't know what you're doing. I just did my best to stop the bleeding.
And I'm
It's-
just like, what enchantment?
all I point down to the sword. That divination magic has me concerned.
You are Christmas tree.
Divination? The heck is this thing?
Generally, that regards to spells like scrying.
Oh, the thing that.
Granted, we don't know exactly
Oh, no,
what it
you are
does.
glowing. It's just like you've got like the typical you've got the transmutation, and then there's that weird one, which would be your blood magic.
Varys is asking
Oh,
why.
oh right, yeah, she's okay, never mind.
So I see the same blood magic like thing as usual, right?
Yep, that and transmutation.
And transmutation, but not the enchantment.
Not the enchantment. The enchantment is gone.
And I've seen that enchantment since before the rapier, right?
To know anything about the enchantment.
Well, yeah, you saw the enchantment before the rapier.
Okay.
Because you saw it over by the knolls.
Yep, correct. And then what did Anna wife just say?
Varys is trying to explain that he doesn't know anything about being enchanted or any enchantments.
I kind of look back to Varys curiously. Did somebody cast something on you that you were unaware of?
Back in the cave, I was told to follow a path.
Hmm. I wonder what that was in regards to. So it would seem whatever it was, Olivine points down the rapier, the sword appears to have, well, eaten it off of you.
I'm honest, I'm not even sure if this blanket's good enough, but it's better than nothing. It's securing this thing.
I'm very concerned about this weapon. I don't think it's very safe to have it. Or at least not knowing what exactly it is. It could be that it's harmless, but at the same time, based on what Hyde has found in regards to its magics, I have a feeling that it isn't harmless.
And if it was harmless, I don't think it would have caused harm. You to stab yourself or whatever it did to me.
Well, there is that too.
It does seem sad.
What do you think, Vance? Think we should further look into this with the factions? I mean, ultimately, it's your weapon. You decide what it is we do with it.
This is we don't have much more time till morning.
Could we take this to...
So shall we then look into it further in the morning?
We're supposed to leave in the morning is the problem. If we end up giving it to one of the factions, then we won't have it for our travels.
Alright.
And if they can do to enemies what it just did to me and Abenamrin,
All one shrugs. Fair point. Just be careful with it, alright? Olivine would then pick it up and hand it back to Varys.
attack me.
No, it's still wrapped in the fucking blanket.
Olivine hands the blanket rapier to Varys.
In fact, it's very, very clear that Hyde is staring into her bag.
And I'm just happy to not have it on me anymore.
Varys
Yeah, whatever.
takes the blanket rapier and then reaches into his backpack and pulls out a level 1 potion and hands it to Hyde.
She just kind of starts for a second looking over you and just meets your gaze and just kind of blinks for a moment and then extends her hand and takes it. Thank you.
He then goes over to Olivine and hands her a level 2. And then he goes over to Abenamrin and hands him a level 2. And then he goes over to Priscilla and hands her 2 level 1s.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Better for all of you guys to have them.
Yeah, in case something happens to you, we'll be sure.
And you
We'll
can
be
just
sure to be at the ready.
and you can just see Hyde just still holding the potion in both her hands, just kind of admiring it, almost kind of cherishing it before placing it into her bag.
Well, after that, we should probably get some rest. You guys aren't looking too good.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment or an insult at this point.
The answer is yeah.
What did you mean? That's not a way to answer. Oh.
Say that on a character as a joke, but okay.
Huh. Ah, okay.
So you're all gonna go to bed?
It's bedtime now that the sword has thoroughly whooped our asses.
Yep. Okay, so you all gain the
Yeah.
benefits of
Can't wait to-
wellness.
Can't wait to travel with this fucking thing.
Oh, it'll be great.
Oh, I don't trust this. I want to throw it into the fucking ocean.
I'm sure
don't.
there'll be no problems whatsoever. Nothing bad will happen at all.
I want to seal this thing in a lead box and throw it in the ocean.
Sounds good.
Fucking Crimson's just standing there like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? They're stabbing each other? I don't understand.
Yeah, Krillin wasn't really
Yeah.
reacting to anything.
Oh yeah, Alvin
Honestly,
would
I'm
have
shocked she
explained.
didn't I almost am surprised she didn't react at all when that thing just caused my head to fucking almost implode.
Yeah, offline would have essentially explained the situation and what just happened.
Okay, yeah.
Are you able to add the potions to the people I said I gave them to?
Who did you give what?
Hide 1.
Level 2 to hide, Olivine and Abenimron, and 2 level 1s. Oh,
Okay,
level 1.
I've got a level 1.
Yeah.
Olivine and Abenavrin got level 2s
Okay.
each. And then Priscilla got 2 level 1s.
All right.
You should already.
Figure it's better than everybody else has them.
Yeah, this is the reserved for Varus potion.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, in case he gets a little too emo again.
There, that should be proper. Okay, so you all take a long rest. Did you want to?
The
It's 9
anti-emo.
o'clock my time. So, do you guys want to take a break?
Yeah.
E.
Okay, cool. All right, 15 minutes.